Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Matthew 7:13 through 4 and logical perspectives on that passage. So, without further ado, let's just kind of get into it. So, this is the New King James Version, by the way. Matthew 7:13 through 14. Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go in by it. Because narrow is the gate, and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. So, in regards to options in logic, right? Truth, falsehood, right? Is something true? Is it false? There are a lot of different options as far as how many different ways things can go, right? But ultimately, it boils down to true or false. So, there's four major things to that I've kind of broken things down into, right? You've got true or correct, we'll put it as correct, right? You've got the correct and incorrect, right? So correct choice for the correct reasons. Then you've got correct choice for incorrect reasons. You've got incorrect choice for the correct reasons. And then you've got incorrect choice for the incorrect reasons. Right, so a lot of people might have some trouble trying to conceptualize and imagine, just look at it in their mind. Hear me out. Right? So, if the action that was taken aligns with proper motivation, that would fall under correct action, correct reasons. Or in some golden age symbolism, doing the correct thing because it's the correct thing to do, and nothing more, nothing less. There is the option of doing the correct things for the wrong reasons, right? So you see it online where in a whole bunch of YouTube videos, people will go out and feed the homeless, record themselves doing it so that way they get some sort of clout and recognition, right? There are people who don't go feed the homeless, for example, right? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, some people are taking advantage of that system, right? So you've got homeless people that are taking advantage of people's generosity and using people's generosity as a reason to stay sick. Basically, I don't ever want to grow up, and so I'm going to make these people take care of me for the rest of my life, or their life. And then there's people that don't feed the homeless because they've got hate-filled hearts, right? And they don't want to be helpful, for example, But the correct thing to do with the correct motivation would be, say, feed a hungry person because ultimately you recognize that as one suffers, all suffer. And so in recognizing that, you recognize that that person is a reflection of you and you could be there one day, and so you want to treat others as you would want to be treated if you were in that situation. Right? It's funny how the theme amongst Christ is kind of consistent in that regard. Right? I guess I should keep that up for a moment then, shouldn't I? So, correct choice, incorrect reasoning, incorrect and incorrect, right? So, in terms of logic, we've talked about the 1 and the 0, right? So, this would be 0. Oh, that marker's not going to work. Still haven't got new markers, folks. Priorities. I haven't exactly been recording a bunch of videos, but my daughter sure has been drawing on my whiteboard, and so it's all good. So this would be like 0 and 0. This would be 1 and 0. This would be, well, I guess 0 and 1, which through inverse properties, it's the same thing. 1 and 0 equals 0 is the same thing as saying, or 0 and 1 equals 0 is the same thing as saying 1 and 0 equals 0. And then 1 and 1 equals 1. 0 and 0, if I remember correctly from the Boolean tables, would be 0. Or 1, possibly. But that would be kind of a hard one. Point being, right, you've got so many different options that lead to death and destruction. So many. But ultimately, that which leads to life, the continuation of your life, bringing things back into harmony as within and as without, and leading to a sustainable life outside as well. Not just within the individual, but within the community, within their country, and within this planet, and ultimately within the entire universe, would be to make the correct choices for the correct reasons. Not because you're driven by any particular profit motivation, right? Or any sort of clout or recognition. Doing the right thing because it is the right thing to do. And that is what has been said of the golden age of Kronos in the Greek mythos. You know, that was when humanity chose to do the right thing because it was the right thing to do. You know, and as a result, they were able to receive peace and prosperity in their time. Now, like, I mean, I'd like some peace and prosperity in my life. I don't know about you guys. But in a world full of crazy, it just kind of seems like a no-brainer to me. But when it comes to this scripture, it really is a straight and narrow gate that leads to life. And it really is a broad and wide gate that leads to destruction and death. Now, with that being said, I'd also like to touch on I believe it's a poem by Robert Frost, the Road Less Traveled. At the end, he says, "And I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." You know, the road less traveled is the one that is narrow, is the one that is difficult, right? It's the one that needs to be worn in a little bit more, right? That road less traveled by, that is the narrow gate and is the difficult way, right? Few people find that path, that road less traveled by. And that if humanity can find that path, it will make all the difference. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys got something that you can use out of it. If you did, You know, share what you learn. It doesn't even have to necessarily be my videos. You guys can get up and speak too. You know, trust me, I'm nobody special when it comes to sharing information. I'm a thinker, I'm a speaker, I'm a seeker, and so I seek out certain things, and when I find them, I tell people how to find them if they're interested, and if not, then I just keep seeking more stuff that I find interesting and sharing it with people. And I'm kind of about truth, love, freedom, you know, philosophy and wisdom, and you know, trying to help other people learn from my mistakes and the mistakes of others. And so, you know, if that's your gig and your get down, then we'll get along great as far as you guys following my channel. And hey, you know, all the more power to you. But hope you guys liked it. Thanks.